Hello. This serves as your mentor-mentee moment of motivation for the month of October. This month has been interesting, to say the least. It's definitely been a tad bit challenging for me. There's a lot of transition that I'm experiencing within my life. And on top of experiencing transition, my fiance is also experiencing transition. So we both are experiencing transition at the same time. My biggest transition is me desiring to switch careers, and that has been a challenge. And in the midst of the challenge, there have been plenty of times where I have wanted to give up. And the spirit of give up is so real right now. I just told my fiance yesterday, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to work. I just want to lay in my bed and sleep. And even today, in this moment, if I'm being honest, I would like to do that now. However, when you are called to serve and when others are attached to your calling, there is a time to retreat from everything, to make sure that you are good mentally, spiritually, emotionally. But then there's also a time where you're called to serve because you are called. So this mentor-mentee moment of motivation is literally going to focus on 3 things to put in place to help you when you want to give up or when you're desiring to give up. So the first thing is, when you just really want to give up and you're just really over life, you need to have a culture. You need to create a culture where you can retreat. So for me retreating is when I get home from work, if I don't have anything scheduled. So for example, for this week, Monday, Tuesday, and potentially Wednesday, I have things scheduled. Like, I have to do those things. If I don't participate in anything that's going on, it could affect something else. So your calling, the things that you are called to, it has absolutely nothing to do with you. It's about the people that are assigned to you to help you serve. However, on Thursday, I have absolutely nothing planned. So mentally, I prepare myself that Thursday is my day to retreat. Thursday is my day just to sit in whatever feelings that I'm feeling and to be okay with that. And in order to be comfortable with sitting in whatever you're feeling, you have to have a culture that's accepting to that. So for me, my house is my culture. 9 times out of 10, I'll probably work from home on Thursday, so I can just sit in whatever I'm feeling and be in tune with that. And whenever I get over what I'm feeling, I'll get over it. But this is just something to help me get by. It's really patching it up until I could just say, dang, like, until I could do something about it, or until God could fix it for me. But in the middle of that, I'm really just taking the time to put those things on my calendar that I can't commit to this on Thursday, because Thursday I'm committed to meet on Thursday. The second thing is focus on the good. It's a lot of great things that are happening in my life, and it's a lot of things that I go through that only Ed or even my mom or my dad, my best friend, they know about. It's a very small pool of people know when Tiedra is going through. Like, it's at the point now with Ed and I. Yes, Ed and I talk about what I'm experiencing. And the one thing Ed is consistently telling me, babe, keep your head up. God is going to come through. Keep your head up. I have friends that are randomly texting me like, I'm praying for you. And I appreciate that, and I need that. So the second thing is to have people in your circle that know what you're going through, and they know they could give you that energy to just keep going. They give you that hope to just keep going. And for me, since I don't want to do anything, I have to really depend on my why, and I depend on why what God told me. That's truly what I have. My why. My why is to educate individuals on how God creates, covers, carries, and crowns us in personal, professional, and mentor-mentee development. The things and the people that keep me going, I'm marrying the love of my life. And when I sit in his home and when I sit and think about everything that Ed and I have accomplished thus far, that makes me want to work a tad bit harder, because it's like, man, I'm just not doing this for me. I'm doing this for Ed too. And Ed makes it worth it. He's worth it. So for me, it's really just having people that's covering me. So many times, especially in relationships, we're seeking, a certain look. We're seeking a certain look. We want people to have a certain amount of money in the bank. And granted, all those things are important. But if the person that you're dating, if the person that you're sleeping with, if the person that you're intimate with cannot cover you in prayer, it's useless. You're when life hits you and life hits you hard and you have no words, you're gonna need somebody to go to God on your behalf and say to God what you can't say. That's more important than any amount of money. That's more important than any look. I can't deal with nobody that can't pray for me. I cannot, and I will not, because it's that important. That covering is so important. And I'll get on the topic. I'll talk about that on another video about the importance of covering within your relationships. But that is essential, because you need people to go to war for you when you can't go to war for yourself. The third thing is, well, I kind of did the third thing with the second thing. So the first thing was create a culture. The second thing was to focus on the good things. Great things in my life is I have people that love me. Even in the midst of all of this, people are calling me to speak at their events. And that's really exciting, because I haven't been heavily promoting the fact that I'm speaking. People just seeing my Instagram and saying, hey, we need a speaker. Hey, I thought about you. So even in the midst of trial, God is still giving me those little things to say, I got you. I got you. Will you trust me? Type of deal. And I'm excited about that. So I do focus on the good things. And the third thing is literally having a community of people around you that's going to support you. The last thing, which is very important, is spend time in scripture to help you get through whatever you're going through. Whenever you want to give up, like, really spend time in scripture. I've been reading my Bible and finding scriptures that's really helping me through it. One passage that I'm really starting to fall in love with is Hebrews 11. So Hebrews 11 is like, the NFL has the Hall of Fame. The NFL has the NFL, baseball, all those things. They have Hall of Fame. But Hebrews 11 is like the Hall of Faith. Sorry, guys. That is my alarm in my house that keeps going off. But Hebrews 11 is the Hall of Faith. And through that whole chapter, it tells you that it names you the people that have believed. So it'll say, by faith, such and such accomplished this. By faith, such and such accomplished that. And I listened to it on the audio Bible one night, and I was so intrigued by it that I read it. But that whole chapter has really kept me, because I've been thinking, what has Tiaja done by faith? What will it be written by my name that I accomplished by faith? And then I thought about all the things that I did accomplish by faith. Me moving to Dallas and not knowing nobody by faith. Me moving to California and not knowing nobody, and literally cashing out my 401k. That was strictly by faith. Me believing that I do deserve to be in a great relationship with a man that isn't going to cheat and that isn't going to lie, by faith. Like, it's so many things that I've accomplished just by faith. And as you find the scriptures to help build up your confidence, you learn to get the energy to just keep going. So even in the moments where we want to give up, even in the moments that it's trying, even in the moments where we don't want to show up for nothing or nobody, you still have the energy to keep going because you've set a culture, you have your community, you focus on the good things, but most importantly, you found a scripture that can be that fuel to the fire to keep you going. And honestly, that's what I do. So I don't give up. Because if I would have given up, this video would not have been made. If I would have given up, my fiance would not have food to eat. If I wouldn't have given up, I wouldn't have been speaking to students. I would not have been answering phone calls if I would have given up. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. So these are things that have worked for me over the last 20-ish days. And it's allowing me to be closer to God, but it's allowing me to build endurance and patience. And it's allowing me to just really sit and think about all the things that I have accomplished. And I give a lot of different types of motivation, but I realize this is one that I probably haven't talked about a lot because I've always found myself just getting it out of rut. But this one, when I hit 27, it's just like this trial, it was waiting on me. Like on my birthday, I was like, this is a good space. I'm in a good space. I didn't do absolutely nothing for my birthday. I just chilled, did absolutely nothing. And then just things started happening. And it's like I said, it's been rough. However, it's been the way God designed it. And although I do want to give up, I realize I can't give up because there are people that I'm assigned to and I'm responsible for making sure that they're crowned with the jewels of knowledge and wisdom. And a lot of times as I crown the world with jewels of knowledge and wisdom, whether it's by these videos, whether it's by my Instagram, whether it's by my blogs, whether it's through public speaking or my books, in return, I'm crowning myself too. So happy October. I hope that this video provided some type of mentor mentee moment of motivation for you. If you need me, you all know how to reach me. And have a great Sunday. Bye.